Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be definitely a bit of a different type of video. Now, I get asked to try a lot of different things, a lot of different products, a lot of different everythings, this and that's, both by companies, suppliers, and even subscribers. So sometimes I try them, sometimes I make a video on them. Sometimes I don't. But this is something that I thought would be a very good thing to try and to do a video on. So today's video is going to be on the Oraquick at-home, in-home HIV test kit. Now, there is such this stigma around being tested for STDs or HIV. I feel a lot of people are embarrassed or afraid to ask their doctor or go to a clinic to get these tests done and make sure that they're safe. So I think that it's great that they actually have been able to bring in-home HIV testing right to your door, to your room. So you don't have to feel that embarrassment if you are embarrassed about asking your doctor about that, which I don't think you should be. Doctors have seen and heard and experienced everything. You asking them for an STD test or an HIV test or whatever is not going to faze them. You should not be embarrassed about it at all. But if you are, or if you're anxious and want to do it right then and there, or just, in the privacy of just you knowing, really, then this seems to be the way to go. It's between $40 and $45 at CVS, Rite Aid. It's the same test used by healthcare professionals, results in 20 minutes, and it's just an oral swab test. So you don't have to use blood, you don't have to use urine, it's just your mouth. So the kit is this little plastic shell, and you open it up and it's very professional, and it has all the things in here to read and the instructions and da-da-da-da-da. So I already went ahead and read a lot of this. It says to follow it carefully. There's a little booklet. You have a little tray that slides out that holds all the testing supplies, as well as some booklets about, pleasant things. So it recommends you read those. Okay, so something you should know is that it takes 3 months for HIV to show up in your system. So if you are thinking about a specific occurrence or instance that you had and it hasn't been 3 months, I would recommend you waiting the 3 months to get a more accurate result. But if you just want to check in general to know, because do you know how many adults have never got an HIV test? I have, but only because it was ordered for me when I was going through some problems with lymph nodes. It was negative. I am married for, I don't even know how many years, 7, 8, whatever. So I do not plan on having HIV. So you want to make sure that it's at least 3 months since the situation, if there is a specific situation in your mind that you are worried about. And then it just says, do not eat or drink or use any type of oral care products such as mouthwash, toothpaste, or whitening strips for at least 30 minutes beforehand. I also heard to not chew gum, but I heard that somewhere else. It doesn't say it in here, so I don't know. It says to just be very careful that you're following the instructions exactly as they should be. And basically, step 1, you open this little drawer, and then you have, like I showed you, the 2 booklets, and then you have the test tube, and then you have the test stick, and then you have a pencil. What is this, Yahtzee? And then you have more instructions, and then you actually even have a disposable bag so you can throw this away, and it seals so it's complete privacy, this is a really nice touch, I think. And the pencil is to write down your start times because you want to look at your results between 20 and 40 minutes. After 40 minutes they expire, and before 20 they are not ready. So that's what that's about. Okay, so I'm gonna set this stuff aside, and in this you will see that it actually has a little place here to hold the little vial, because there is going to be fluid in there, and it does warn you, do not drink the fluid. And then you're going to put your swab in there and sit it there and for the time. So let's go. Step 1. Pull out the lower drawer and take out the packet labeled test tube. Now tear the packet to remove the test tube. Okay. Not too hard so far. Okay, so you want to make sure that you don't spill it. If this is empty, or if you spill any of this, you are not supposed to use the test, and it will be inaccurate. So I recommend you being very, very careful with this. It says 2, then set up. Be careful, there's liquid at the bottom of the tube. Hold the tube upright. Gently pop off the test tube's cap. Do not twist. Put the test tube in the holder labeled test tube holder. And that is that little holder I showed you in the plastic case just a second ago. If the liquid spills, or if there is no liquid in the vial, the test will not work. You will need to get another test kit. So you just pop it off very carefully. Okay, so that holds it so it doesn't spill. Okay, so now I'm going to flip the card to go to step 3, and it says open test stick. It is very important that you do not touch that swab at the bottom there. And yes, if you're wondering, I am shaking. I don't know why. Well, I shake all the time, but I think that I might be nervous. I don't know why. But that little pad, it says do not touch it. You cannot touch it. And step 4, swipe gums. Make sure your timer is ready, but do not start it yet. So I'm going to put on my timer, and I'm going to do it for 25 minutes because I'm a rebel. But I'm not going to start it yet, so I set it on my iPad, 25 minutes. Do not start yet. Gently swipe the pad along your upper gums once and your lower gums once. You can use either side of the flat pad. Make sure you swipe each gum only once, or your results could be wrong. So that's very important. Make sure you do from here to here only once, and from here to here only once, whether you do it in one clean sweep or like 1, 2, and then 1, 2. And it says either side of the pad can be used. That was my big question. I watched a ton of videos on it, and apparently it doesn't matter which side you use. You can swab it however you want. Okay, so here we go. I'm like trying to get saliva because my mouth's always so dry. So I think I'm going to do half and then half. It says, put the test stick directly into the test tube where indicated on the upper portion of the test kit, test stick holder. And that again is where I showed you the little holder thing was in the plastic thing. The test strip goes right in it. Write down your start time. And so I'm just going to start my timer. And my start time is 6:21. And they want you to write that down. Actually, I am going to do it because they want you to know that it does expire. So 6:21. Because you have to wait 20 minutes, read between 20 and 40 minutes, and then after 40 minutes, it's expired. So, and then step 6, wait 20 minutes. And what's nice is there's a little portion of it that you can actually open of the card. So you can actually, it flips open, and then it's like a little door that opens to cover the test strip. So you're not going to be like staring at the results and then you wait. I guess now I will just quickly talk about positives, negatives. If you have, there's a C and a T on the test strip. If you have a line at the C and no line at all on the T, then you are negative. And if you have a line at the C and at the T, that is a positive result. And even if the second line at the T is very faint, that is still considered a positive result. So, yeah, just like a pregnancy test. So now we have to wait. Okay, everyone, so the timer just went off, and it has been probably like 25, maybe 26 minutes now since I put my thing in there. And like my heart is pounding. It's weird. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at my results, and it's sitting neatly right here. So I'm going to go ahead and move the little door thing, the little piece of paper thing that blocks it, and look. I don't know why I'm nervous. I mean, I don't know why I'm so nervous, but you know, I have gotten piercings and stuff since the last time I was tested, so you never know, right? I don't know. My blood pressure just shot through the roof. Okay. It is negative. And I don't know if I'm supposed to take it out or not, but you can see, I don't know, there's only one line there, and there's no line. Said even if there's a faint line, it's positive, and there's definitely not a faint line. And trust me, I'm good at that from when I did pregnancy tests. Yeah, that's that. I will show you now, though, that what I was talking about before, like the instructions are on this, and you just flip it, and then when you get to the part where you wait, it has this little thing you flip over so you can't watch and look at it, which is nice. But yeah, it's done. And we are good, guys. We are good. So I'm really glad that I did this video, because I feel like I said earlier, so many people are so afraid to ask their doctor for these things because they think they will be judged, and you will not be judged. If anything, they'll be judging you, thinking, wow, that's a responsible individual. So, I just wanted to say that I encourage anyone that is sexually active, whether it's anal, vaginal, or oral sex, to get tested for STDs and HIV. And not just if you're sexually active. Have you had your blood drawn? Have you had a blood transfusion? Have you had piercings? Have you had tattoo? Have you gotten tattoos? Unfortunately, there are other ways other than sexual activities that you can get HIV. And so I would highly recommend that if you fall under any of those categories, that next time you're at your doctor, you request an HIV test, or if you want to go out to your local pharmacy and get one, and get this Oraquick in-home HIV test. That works too, especially if you're thinking of an incident that happened at least 3 months ago, remember, and you're worried about it. I think everyone, no matter what your age, should be cautious and careful, and always play on the side of safe rather than sorry. And with that being said, I'm glad this video is over, because that was too much of heart pounding for me. And thank you guys all for watching. I hope that you're all happy, safe, and healthy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.